right, let me see if this is working now. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. This is my second try with this video. There was some issue with my previous stream. It was not picking up my audio for some reason. So I had to check my configuration. Right now it looks like it is picking things up properly. So yeah, I'm just hoping that it is what it is supposed to do. Okay, so yeah, where were we? I have so far created some basic things. For example, if you look at our app and then inside that the models directory, yeah, we have so far added 3 models. User comes by default, so I'm not considering that right now. We have accounts, so every user can add their income account, or rather an account from which money will be spent. That's how things are. Then we have category. This allows us to kind of tag expenses to a specific type of category, what kind of expense that is. That's how we will manage that. And then we have transactions. This is what the flow is. If you look at the account, we have name, the type of account, and type of account is an enum. I'll show you here what those are. So account type, and we have bank, cash, credit card. This is what we are maintaining there. Then we have balance, currency is active, right? Accounts can be active or inactive, so that's what we will manage from there. Then it has some relations with the user, obviously. Category is tied, it will be used in the expense, so yeah, that's there. And then we have the main thing in our expense manager, which is the transaction, right? So these are the 3 models. I have also written some code in my database seeder so that we have some I would say fake data to work with, right? And I would need the postman as well, right? Because that's how initially we were creating the transactions. So let me open that up, and in the meantime, see, we have a user, that's my user. Then we have created a couple of accounts over here, HDFC, ICICI, Access, right? We have some we created them using the factory. Then we have some categories over here. What are these? Right, so these are expense categories, these are income categories, and then we have some transactions over here as well. This is how we have structured it. And in my last video, I added some basic code so that we are able to create transactions. If you see, my postman has those things. This is my post request body. And if I go to my web.php, without the verify CSRF token middleware, I was able to play around with it. Oh, one thing which I haven't opened is the DB browser for SQLite. I'm using an SQLite database as of now, so let me open that up as well. And yeah, today what I'm planning to do is move a little more on the transaction thing. Okay, so yeah, this is what I was creating. Let us add some I would say, okay, my YouTube stream saying that the current stream bitrate 2744 is lower than the recommended bitrate. Okay, I don't know why that's being complained, but okay, maybe in my next configuration I will increase it a little bit. My PC was lagging a bit, so I looked at quite a few videos on how to configure OBS Studio in a best way so that there's less lag and all these things came up as configuration. So I have tried that out, and this is something which I'm trying things, and I'm hoping that over time I will get a good configuration. Okay. All right. Let's look at our transaction controller. So obviously this controller is it's doing quite a few things right now, which is obviously not what we want ideally. So yeah, looking at it, I would say the first thing is we should move the validation, right? So how do we do that? So the first thing that I will do is go to my terminal, make a request class, which is store transaction request, right? So I will do that, store transaction request. Okay, this is created. So let me open this up. The first thing that I will have to do is authorize is true. Okay, we will handle rest of the things later because we need to also get our authentication in place. Right now it is without authentication. Okay, this is fine. The first thing in this rules is we can take this entire array as is and paste it here, isn't it? So this is taken care of. We have account ID, category ID, amount, description, everything is being validated. And so what we will do is we will call the validated method, right? So this would give us the entire data. Let me just show you that that's what would happen. Validated. Wow. Oh yes, I know why we haven't type hinted it. So yeah, it's still considered it as a request, right? And request doesn't have validated, it has validate. Now ideally now we should get the dump preview. Yes, and we are getting it, so that's fine. Now we are able to validate our yeah, we are getting the validated data, and rest of the code should work just fine. Let me run this. Got a lottery, right? That was the recent one. ID is 10. Let's look at this. Yes. I'm sorry. Right. So then this is the first and a quick refactor that we have. Now check the account balance. What I'm willing to do here is, this can be done in the controller, but as I said, I am not willing to show an abort message here. It kinds of fails the request. So instead, I am thinking of showing a validation message. That's the more user-friendly way of doing it. I just tell the user that you don't have that sufficient balance if you're making an expense. And for this, what we can do is this thing needs to go in the request somehow. And I was reading up on ways to do that, and what I found was this validator after hook, and this is what I am planning to implement in my code. What I understand here is, if you see this is my authorize, this is my rules, and then this is with validator. It gets the validator instance, and then after is what basically means that at this point my validation is done, and whatever I will get, right, will be validated input. And I can use that data to literally do anything. So I can use the data to check whether the user has sufficient balance or not, and additional things. So let's see how we can get that to work. By the way, guys, just a quick note, if you have any questions about the applications, suggestions about that, right, feel free to share that with me. I even went ahead and I have opened the discussion, so you can go there and discuss things, some features and stuff. I have quite a few things in my head that I would like to do on this project, but yes, it's an open source repository, so feel free to ideate, and if those are something which aligns with what I'm trying to do, definitely we can work on that. Fine, let's jump back. Whoa, what happened? Yeah, we have this. So what we will do is, in here we will add that hook, which is with validator, right? So I'll just include this. Now in here, yes, this will return a void because I don't, is it returning anything? No, right? So yeah, it's a void return type. Now what I would want to do is, yes, validator, after I'm passing that thing, why don't we see what all we have. So validator, there was something called a safe, right? So let's see what do we get over here. dd, let's do this. Oh yeah, I will need to close this. Perfect. Let's do this. Let's preview, send. Okay, we are getting the entire validated input over here. That's really nice. We have account ID, we have category ID, we have amount, date, description. Correct. This is great. So I can now play around with that data, obviously. And the first thing that I would like to do is, obviously, I think what it was suggesting is correct. Get the account. Okay. However, oh, do we have validator safe only this? Great. Let me do a die-dump and see if that is actually a thing. If it is giving me a hint, probably it is. But yeah, it makes sense to just be a little curious, understand what is there. And I'm taking only a few keys. Wow, my machine is getting so slow. Right. Okay. So this is great. I can only pick up things which are of interest to me. I can just safely ignore everything else, which is a good thing. What do I need in here? I'll need the account ID, category ID, amount. Fine. So I have account ID, category ID, and amount. Great. Then I will get my account. Right. Find or fail. And what I will do is, see, right now I am doing a find or fail. So that means in the account ID, I can just say it is required. I don't need to check for exist because I'm already doing it here. Okay. And additionally, what I can do is I can do something like if not account, right, then yeah, I will add something to the error. Great, account not found. Perfect. Let me comment this. Okay, and let's see if we get the actual error, which is account not found. I'll go over here. Account ID 1 will be available. So let me do 99. And it is saying no query result for model this. It's a 404. Right. But you know, this is 404 because it's a find or fail, right? So I'll do find. It was breaking here. I didn't realize that I can't do a find or fail because find or fail generates a 404. This is 422, which means it's an unprocessable content, a validation error. This is what we wanted. Perfect. Okay, we have this in place. Now, what do we have here? We have the category. So let's load the category as well. Now, there's one thing. I have hard coded this over here. And, you know, we have, if you look at the accounts table, we have user ID, correct? Why don't we validate that the account should belong to the user as well? Right, that's a fair thing. So what we will do is, you know, I'll come over here and I will do john.doe@gmail.com. The password should be same. Okay, John Doe, and let's create one account for this user as well, isn't it? Why don't we, yeah, come over here, paste this and do user2. Load user2, I mean use user2, and name is account, correct? So if I now do MRS, by the way, which is migrate, refresh and seed, it will create a new database setup, and I will lose a few transactions that I had, right? But I will have one account by user ID 2, isn't it? So now let's test for the ownership as well. What I will do over here is if not account or account user ID is not equal to, yes, auth, yes, come on, eliminate support auth, yeah, user ID, then account not found. I will not tell in the validation that this account doesn't belong to you. That's like giving away the fact that there is an account, but that account doesn't belong to you. What is the problem over here? Yeah. So this basically means if I use account ID 4, but I don't have an authenticated user, that's also a problem, right? Yeah. So over here, what I will do is, see, we need to have login. What I can do here is user equals, what was that function to authenticate? Is it authenticate 1? Was that the function name? Let me see the documentation. No, it is not here. Authenticable and let me search for it. Laravel programmatically login a user. As far as I remember, it is authenticate. Oh, logs in the user with this. Oh, okay, fine. I was wrong. So doesn't login take? Okay, yeah. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. So login, auth login, and using ID. Is that even a thing? Seems like it. So why don't we use that? Okay. So what will happen is I am now faking that there is an authenticated user. Okay. So in the validation, yeah. So in the validation, I will get the auth user. I can do it right now because now the user is authenticated, right? So let's try and do that. By the way, it is again complaining about streams bitrate is 2763 is lower than the recommended. We recommend that you stream at something more than 6800 kbps. Oh, yeah. So what has happened is, I think what it is complaining about is the stream output here is this. I don't know whether it will increase right now. Will it? 6800, is it? 6800. I hope it doesn't create a problem with the stream, but yeah, let's see. No harm trying it out. Okay. Stream health is good. Hey, hi Punyapal. Hey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming. How are you doing? Okay. It is still giving me a problem with the health. I don't know. Maybe it will take some time, or maybe the settings hasn't changed. All good, man. That's great. So yeah, thanks for joining. All right. So I have this. Ideally now, if I test with account ID 4, I should get a validation error. Let's see. Yeah, because I haven't tried it yet. It says internal error. Okay. That basically means it is still not able to find that logged in user. And why would that happen? Okay, let me try this. Yeah. I thought there was a login authenticate method, but I can't, I'm not able to remember if that is there. Otherwise, I'll ask Cursor to kind of quickly fix that. Yeah, Punyapal, I am doing my stream on my desktop and I don't have a camera there. I can't stream from my laptop. It tends to heat up very quickly. I don't know what is happening with that. Maybe my adapter is creating problems. So yeah, I'm just streaming my screen. Okay, let me ask Cursor to help me here. I want to log in user with ID 1. I think it was user authenticate, if I'm not wrong. User login. Phone scam. Yeah, I need to find out a way how I can stream my phone's camera to OBS. I'll try to do that, but I hope it doesn't you know, create more pressure on my desktop in terms of the performance. So it is still giving me an issue of property ID not found on line 40. Hey, yeah, sorry, that's the request class. Yes, auth user. Yeah, I will buy. The class is already imported, user ID, so it is not finding because now, right now, I don't have the middleware as well. I think, is that the problem? Yeah. So I can, yeah, because if I'm doing auth, it needs the middleware, right? And now what will happen? It will fail initially, correct? This is a problem. Okay, you know what? Let's not spend so much time in solving this right now, because we know we will get that thing. So like I had done previously, I will add a to do over here that once we have the authentication in place, which should not once we have the authentication in place, I will do that. Yeah. Punepal is saying with validator. Why with validator if you can just use after? Okay, I'll have to see the process, because what I found is this thing. I know this tutorial, this article is from 2023. So yeah, I'll have to read that up and see how that works, and maybe then I will implement it. Yeah, if that is the more modern way, yeah, why not? Okay, so I have this check done, and the second check was obviously I don't need this, and okay, it is still in that edit mode. I'll need to get back. Yeah. Yes, this is the check which I was more interested in, which is the account balance, right? So category find or fail, I will add that first, which is if dollar category equals category. Right, I'll import this. Wow, this thing is yeah, this is fine. So I can get rid of the exist thing. It will not run a duplicate. And what would happen now is the last check that I would like to additionally do is the account balance. Let's see, if dollar account, the column name is balance, right? Yeah, balance, correct. Balance is less than the amount, correct. I will add insufficient balance. Okay, and why is my friend complaining over here? ACCO account, yeah, my bad. So right, so how much balance do I have? Let me try with something very big for account ID 1 and just try and understand whether it works or not. Firstly, this should go through an undefined variable dollar account on controller 25. Okay, why is it complaining? Because I have removed it. Yes, this is how silly of me, I didn't check that code, but now I need the account ID, and what that means is, yes, I can't get rid of that account because I need it here. Okay, not a problem. So this query is going to get repeated. Okay, I have to see if I can even save that query, because category I have checked. Yeah. Okay, so I will try to find use context to save, is it? Okay, I'll have to, yeah, I will read up on that, which is to do use context to save the queries, because yeah, you know, this is kind of duplicating the queries and somehow not feeling right. I mean, yes, it's a very small query, it's a select query, but still I would like to be a little no miser on that. I will like to save that query. So yes, I'll read up on how, you know, we can use context as Punyapal is saying, and see if I can save that query. Basically, if the validation goes through, I will try to get that data from there. Yeah. All right. Okay, this is happening. And if I do something like this, which obviously should fail, it says insufficient balance. Oh, right. Context add. Yeah. I get that. Right. You are correct. We can do that. Context get, correct. And how do I clear that is I'll need to see context. Yes, context capabilities, capture, retrieve this. So I think there was something called as, so this is add, context capturing, removing context. So I have add and I have forget. Perfect. Yeah. So basically that means I have account over here and category over here. If everything goes fine, I will do context, illuminate support facade, that should be the one, add account, and yes, category. Yeah, thank you, Punnipal. Yes, this makes sense. So I add them in my context, then I come over here and category is context. They may have pull. Okay, which means I don't need to forget. So get, is there a pull? Yes. What is the documentation looking like for pull? Pull hidden. The pull method may be used to retrieve the information from the context and immediately remove it. Perfect. Yeah. So you saved one more line for me. This is context and account this, and we save a query. How nice. All right, this is done. And if everything is working properly, did I save my file? Yes. Category, what mistake did I make? Oh, yeah, account category. I hope this is correct over here. Account category, yeah. All right, otherwise it would have failed, and then I would have realized. All right, yeah. So this is kind of working. One more step, the 10, and this basically means now my controller is even smaller. I have my transaction. This I will move into an action, and yeah, ideally this should go entirely into an action. So let us do that. What should we name it? Save transaction. Save transaction. Add expense. No, this is a transaction store, and create is here, and at this point I'm doing the increment or decrement, which is kind of okay, fine, and I don't think that is a problem. The only thing which is going to be a problem is I'm doing this as well. So it should be add transaction. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Actions and add transaction action. Public function execute. Do you think enum needs postfix? What do you mean by that, Punyapal? I didn't get that. Enums need postfix. I am adding a transaction, that's why I kept it as add. But yeah, I mean both can work. But the transaction feels more like adding is the verb, that like we add a transaction. That's what I felt. So I would find it easy to save. Search the file. Yeah. Okay, enum classes has enum postfix. Okay, and I'll need to read up on that. Enum classes has postfix. So how does that work is something, yeah, I'll read it up. I don't know right now. Perfect. So what I was doing is I'll have to use this entire transaction, right? And I'll return the transaction in here. Okay. I will be returning a transaction. Hint, please. Yes. And data. The data is an array, which is fine. Okay. Now there's a small check, which is What does this return? Mm, it will not return the model. Yes, Punyapal, that is primarily for readability. I do this just so that I have a return constantly at the end of every function. I know I can return it here, but yeah, I prefer not to do that. Um, hmm. So this is, I can't hint this as a category model because I think it will fail, right? Context pool gives me mixed. Now, is there a way I can hydrate? What does the hydrate do? No. Okay, retrieving context, determine item exist, capturing context. No. So I am playing slightly blind over here because I don't think I can pass a model. I will do array category, yeah, array account user. I don't need. I will, yeah, I think I will need, yeah. Yeah, X instance of Y I can do, but I mean, I can't type hint it. So yeah, it's an additional check which I will have to put in just to save that query. That's what I understand. But that's fine. Eliminate facade. And I will have this in place. Yes, these things will start complaining. I don't know. Okay, so the transaction is, yeah, I'll just import this. And now what happened? Yeah, oops, the autocomplete is wrong. This is not how I want you to execute this class. Yes. Wow, things, I'm getting so lazy after this autocomplete business that sometimes it's a problem. Is it doing a type hint of user? No. So then what is the problem? No, I don't want to send user. Is it taking somewhere here? No. And it is complaining argument 4 passed is of type array. Oh yes, obviously. I'll have, this is, I know this is getting a bit strange. Yes, I can actually inject the action, to be frank. Yes, I don't need to do this, so I'll do add transaction this, and this is way too big action. This is only one action, so I will just do, and we are kind of done with this refactoring. Still have a to do over here, which will only happen, okay. What happened? Caps lock, yeah. I think I have the React boilerplate, so yeah, that should be already done. Let me, after this, let's do that. So it should not have a problem. Yeah, category must be of type array. Yeah, this is everywhere. This is going to be a problem. No, why? Controller line 30. It is saying execute argument must be of type array. So it is identifying this as a category. Oh, how is it doing that? A context can have anything. Oh, wow, that's nice. So basically that means I don't need to do array over there, but I can actually type hint it. That's nice. Oh, so now these things should change for the next variable. Yeah, perfect. So I'm very happy that I am able to do a type hint, and that just makes things much easier because it's a predictable way. Where is my user model? Okay, yeah, even these complaints are now gone because it understands, and I don't need to do this strange kind of thing. Yeah. And we have, yeah, PHP Stan will complain mixed or model. Yeah, is this the one? I'll just confirm, and yes, so this is kind of done. Ideally I will have a inertia response for this, so we will do that when we have our actual UI form. I take a lot of time in front-end development, so I will do that separately. I'll create those components at first, and then I will come live. Otherwise you will spend a lot of time looking at that, and that will be completely waste of time. Right, where is my application? This is login. Yeah, so I guess what will happen is I'll have to create the UI so that I can move this thing inside my auth middleware, and then when I use the form, I will be able to get the authenticated user. I won't have to do this hack at that point. All right, it's about 8:30, so yeah, I guess I lost some time because of that streaming issue, but I have made some progress. It was slow, but I really learned this new thing, which is, we can literally pull models through the context, which means it's very easy to now use them inside the validation and then pass it everywhere else. What else? Yeah, this I think is a to do. I will just keep this in place, add authentication, and move inside the middleware. And yeah, I think that's what I would like to cover in this video and call it a day. It's about an hour, but yeah, enjoyed developing this, and thank you, Punyapal. Yeah, so many to-dos. I think once the UI is ready, right, I will be able to knock off quite a few things. I'm trying to go slow over here, only 1 hour when I come on the stream, but yes, at least it is moving, because I wanted to build this application because I lost my my expense manager because I accidentally deleted the Git repository and I lost the server. So yes, at least this is moving along. So let's see how things go, man. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. I hope this was useful for you. And yeah, see you in the next video. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Bye.